Bung Bung. Welcome to the Poddies, brought to you by Bung Bung Coffee, the best modern dark roast you could possibly imagine. It comes from South America, specifically Brazil, Honduras, Peru, and Colombia. It is roasted to perfection here in Australia. It comes to your door as soon as you order it. All right, it is shipped directly to your door. You don't have to go to a specific shop. You don't have to sign anything. It can get left right at your doorstep. Premium coffee. And this coffee, I like to think of it as like a smooth 12, 18 year Lagavulin. You know, that whiskey that just goes down smooth and there's no bitterness, no burning sensation. That's what this coffee is. There's nothing about it that makes you want to screw up your face. There's no fruity, pretentiousness to it. It is old school. It's officially a modern dark roast, but it's just that old school deep flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's roasted for 14 minutes, no more, no less. The color of the bean is tested under UV light, so it's always the exact color brown. You won't get any dark or light brown beans in your bag. Okay? We got this down to a science at Bung Bung Coffee. You want to try this out? Go to bungbungcoffee.com and buy yourself a bag, buy yourself 2 bags. Enter promo code PODDY, that's PODDY, for 15% off all orders. Okay, so that's bungbungcoffee.com, BUNG coffee.com, enter promo code PODDY for 15% off all orders for being a loyal listener of the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. We're also supported by Leica Pet Food. This is just like putting premium fuel into your car, except it's for your dogs. Why would you be giving your dogs food out of a can when you're over there grilling up some nice Tasmanian salmon? Hell no, dude. Give your dog some respect. And there's nothing but respect coming from Leica Pet Food. So go to leica.com.au and set up a meal plan for your dogs, okay? You put in your dog's information, size, breed, weight, age, and they'll send out a recommended food plan. You go from there. And here's the kicker. You enter code GG-135, that's GIGI-135, you're going to get 50% off your first order. What? Can you believe that? Leica.com.au, enter code GIGI-135 for 50% off your first order. Unreal. Please go to claybrinmcmathcomedy.com, buy tickets to my shows, buy merch, support us any way you can. If you don't have the bread right now, that's fine. I know it's hard out there. I'm going through it more than anyone. Just share the show, man. Share the show. Write a comment, hit the like button, whatever you can to just boost us in the algorithm. Just support the show, man. That's all I ask from you guys. You're already here listening. You're obviously in the apps. You can see our posts. Share it. That's all I ask. Thank you so much. Let's start the show.
Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Welcome to the Party.
Welcome to the party, Bung Bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman, because I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PI of podcasting, the Captain, the Oprah Winfrey of podcasting, because I cannot control my weight. Well, maybe get me on some Ozempic, but look at me, man. I shaved my beard short, and now I look like an absolute moonhead, dude. You can really see the chubby cheeks in there. I kind of look like, a hybrid between maybe Dame Lillard and Kanye West. But, I'm probably leaning more on the Kanye West side in terms of mental illness. But yeah, man, I'm preparing for a wedding. It's so funny. Like each week I'm recording these episodes all in like a couple of days. Each week is going to like break down, I've gone to a buck show. Now I'm going to a wedding. And then like the next week is going to be, I just woke up from a wedding, but I've just recorded them all in like 3 days. So it's going to be so funny you guys listening to them week after week, but cheers. I'm just having a little pre-drink here. Yeah. So like I said, I kind of did all my stories yesterday. I've done nothing new. Went to the park with my son this morning, got a coffee, had a blueberry muffin, just real wholesome shit. Took some great photos of him. God, shout out to portrait mode. Damn. I always forget that I've got it because sometimes you like the background in there, but I got some really beautiful shots of him this morning, man. But honestly, I don't have shit to talk about except my fat face and my uneven hairline. Yeah, it's hard to take care of yourself sometimes. I didn't have time to book in with a barber, so I had to sort it out myself. But I digress, man. How about we just jump in straight into Clay's reviews?
Comedy, action, horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes? This segment is Clay's reviews.
All right, I've been excited about this one. It's on BINGE in Australia, and it's called Colin From Accounts. This was a recommendation from friend of the show and hopefully loyal listener of the show, Corey Maynard. He recommended this to me, and I finally got to it. He recommended this to me back in season 1 days, and now we're on season 2. Season 2's finished. I just finished season 2 the other day, so now I'm reviewing it. And basically, it's about these two people. There's two main characters. There's other surrounding characters, obviously. But Ash, the main character, is going through a hard time, a breakup, I think. And she's like, she's drinking heavily. She's not feeling good. And to make herself feel better one morning, she flashes her boob to a random car to get a reaction and make herself smile a bit. And it works. She felt good. And as she's walking away, she hears a thud. And the guy driving the car ran over a dog. So they take the dog to the vet and split the bill, and that is the beginning of their relationship. So the driver's name is Gordon, who owns a brewery. And so the show is centered around Gordon and Ash and their complicated beginnings turning into a romance, and Gordon's brewery doing it tough like every, independent does at the moment. It's a really fun show. The start of it is an interesting start. Flash a tit and hit a dog. I like the creativity there. I don't, it could have happened. I've seen some boobies in cars before, whether people were just flashing or girls just driving home from the beach with no shirt on. I remember this one time with my old man. We were in the car. It was a beautiful father-son moment, I think, where he taps me on the shoulder and he says, "Look over there." I look, and there's a lady just driving topless. And that's a beautiful moment to have with your son. I can't wait to have it with Kenny. I remember another time we were driving past a McDonald's over there on Crossroad, and Dad hit me on the shoulder. I was a bit older at this time. He says, "Have a look at this." Look out the window, and the guy's driving. This girl's giving this dude roadhead in the middle of the city, which roadhead to me is more of a road trip activity. And this is daylight, by the way. So what a soldier, a good girlfriend. I hope those two are together. I hope they're, I was going to say married, but whatever they prefer, I just hope they're still together and happy, because what an absolute soldier that lady was. I don't believe I've ever had a flash or like a random sexual activity sort of commence a relationship. Like, obviously there's one night stands that can kind of build into something, but like someone just flashing a tit and then, you crash your car or whatever. I don't think I've ever had that. I think I'd remember it if I had. I've had a little sexy moments, but like nothing from a random person. Like, I had a girlfriend one time and we were just out at the club, or the pub, but busy late night sort of pub, popping off music. And she walks over to me and she puts something in my pocket. And I reached down into my pocket thinking, was she giving me some gum, some keys, some money? And it was her underwear. And that was kind of sexy, but we already knew each other. We were already dating. So I didn't start anything off. I've never had I had this aggressive move one night. I went out one night with Boardman, matter of fact. And we went out to meet friend of the show, Steve. And we went out super early. I believe the sun was still up. And I ran into this girl that I knew from the basketball world. And we chatted in the line for a little bit, the line to the place. I don't know why there was a line. Like we were there so early. We get in and then we chatted for a minute and I can't remember who started it. Me, I think it was her. Like I think she was coming on pretty hard. And I was like, and she was like, "Do you want to get the fuck out of here? Like let's get busy. Like let's go back to your place." And I was like, "All right, see you boys." And they were like, "What? It's like 9, dude." I was like, "I'm out. See ya." Went home and yeah, that was wild. But that's, you know, I can't think of a moment where someone's like gone to present nudity to me and has created a relationship. I can imagine if it went the reverse way, that's called, I guess it's called flashing. But when guys, you know, the stereotypical dude in a trench coat that like gets his wiener out, that's, you know, call the cops level of stuff. But in this show, girl pops titty, guy runs over dog, they go to the vet, romance ensues. And it seems kind of unbelievable that if I saw a woman run over a dog, even if it was a full accident, see, I'm stuttering about it, but even if it was a full accident, I just don't think I could ever forgive her for that. Even if, you know, I purposely flashed my wiener at her and then she crashed her car into a dog, I would blame her for it and we would never have a romantic connection. But Ash, in that moment, you kind of think like, oh, okay, she's going to be a hot mess. But she's kind of a combination between like hot mess and your like Disney princess, you know? She is attractive. She's naturally attractive. She's not all like plump lips, big tits, fat cheeks, you know? She's just a naturally attractive girl, and it's like girl next door vibes. Like you've got an instant attraction to her, and then she's off the rails. And so you kind of get the idea that she's going to be completely off the rails, but then she's got a good balance between like the sweetness and the manic, I don't know, life that she leads. She's a 6-year med student. So she's about to become a doctor. So that's hectic. That's stressful. Her mum's a psycho. She's one of the complementary characters. The mum is hilarious. I don't know the names of any of these actors, and you know I could do research, but you know this isn't a true crime podcast, so we're not really going to do that. But the mum and her partner are hilarious. The mum is so self-absorbed. And then the partner is like a sex pest. That is just what a combo. She's too self-absorbed to even like really call him out for being a sex pest or you know get rid of him. Gordon, the guy that was driving the car, he calls himself Flash. He says they call him Flash, but because Flash Gordon, you know, the Flash. But, you know, his stressor is that he owns this brewery and it's just hard. It's an independent brewery. All the big dogs are pumping money into their beers and making it really difficult for anyone else to survive. And which is a true story. That's what it is. You know, Youngblood Beer, for example, is going through that same sort of situation. All the independents are mismatch. The only one that's like really able to stand strong is Cooper's. It's like the biggest independent in Australia, and I think they're going to do a lawsuit against these big dogs because what they're doing is undercutting the market because they can brew in such bulk that they can save the not distributors, but the venues money on kegs. They can say like, oh, we brewed it at this price, so yeah, have this keg at this price. Independents have to charge an extra $100 just to get by, so why don't you just use our beer instead? And then as much as the, you know, small business hospitality joints want to play ball with independents, they understand how hard it is. It's like they're struggling too. So they're like, if I can get a cheap keg, I'm going to take a cheap keg. And the cycle continues. And that's kind of what this guy's going through in this show. So that's his major stressor. There's another one that I don't want to sort of give away. What else is there? There's the two people that he works with at the brewery. This big Islander guy, New Zealand guy, he's hilarious. And Kiki or something, I can't remember. Kiara, something like that it's like a childhood friend of his who runs the brewery with him, and she has like a bit of a midlife crisis. There's so many issues in here that are relatable. They might be extreme, but like there's just points there where like she's married with kids, and she has been since she was like a late teen or something, that she meets this girl, Megan, who is like best friends with Ash. She meets her and she's like this party, like she's a real party hard. She sort of, I think she nicks some drugs from work. She does that kind of shit. And she meets this girl and she like falls for her. And she's having like this moment of identity. Maybe it's not crisis, but realization where she's like, maybe I do like girls. Maybe I'm a lesbian, but I'm already married with kids. And she's on the verge of like blowing up her family and all that, which is, you know, people go through that, man. People go through that. You hear about it. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone in my life do it, but you hear about people late in life being like, you know, I'm gay. I don't actually want to talk about that, but I have had this in my life. I've seen it. I have seen it. I don't want to air anyone's shit out though. But I know someone who, same situation, was divorced but had a kid, and she just randomly was like, I'm a lesbian, but that was like for like a year. And then she just wasn't anymore. So sometimes you meet someone that puts your head into a fucking frenzy, man. Not me. I haven't yet, but, you know, at the Bucks last weekend would have probably been my opportunity to really find out. And I don't think it happened. I did get the first Bucks I went to like 2 weeks ago. That one, I developed a bit of a man crush. I'm going to see that guy tonight at the wedding. We were really getting our crush on, but definitely didn't want to be gay with him really. But I've got like selfies of me and this dude in my phone. It's hilarious. I'm going to have to show him tonight. And I'm sending this episode off to like this agency that does all the editing and stuff. And I'm sure they've seen like a few of my episodes, but probably not like big belch episodes like where I've been burping into the mic. So I'll be interested to see whether they cut that or leave it in. But I know you guys have dealt with that many times. Probably more professional to get rid of it. But it's a bit of fun here at the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. Like I said, it's not a true crime podcast. If I'm sitting here and I'm talking about fucking, what's his name, the clown serial killer, John Wayne Gacy. I'm sitting here talking about John Wayne Gacy and all the atrocities that he committed, and I'm just like, bleh. That's when people are like, hold on, we're talking about people that have lost their lives here. But we're just talking about a dog that got hit by a car and, you know, a romance that followed. And there's, you know, so many things that I could relate to in this. It is very Australian humour, but it's also just life and the types of people that you meet. The highly strung teacher at the university, like doing the 6 year medical stuff. Like he's tightly wound, and everyone's had a teacher just like this guy. The mum, she thinks she's a super empath, and she can feel when people die, and like people need to be around her, even though it's got nothing to do with her. And the mum is the worst, and she's so good, the actress. I wish I knew her name, but we know this person. Everyone knows this person, whether it's a mum or a friend or a work colleague. Everyone knows this person that just they're very outspoken, super outspoken. Think they know whatever they know is best, and it's always the weirdest shit. It's like borderline conspiracy shit, but it's just left of field. It's not quite like your mainstream, like medicine, you know, that instead of going to the doctor, they'll be like, you know, put some ginger and blueberries up your asshole and tape your asshole shut and let it absorb into your bloodstream, and you'll be right in 48 hours. Like that type of shit. We all know that guy or girl. We've met them. People that sage smudge their new house. It's like a brand new house. It's got no spirits in it because it's literally just been built, but people are sage smudging it. Like that type of shit. Then there's an episode where an offer comes in to buy the brewery, and this big corporate guy comes in, and he's the biggest fuckwit in the world. It's the best episode by far. And he's doing all this corporate speak, but also like super Aussie jargon. And he's just, God, it's such a good episode. You got to wait till season 2 for that one. And there's also Megan, the party animal best friend. She gets a girlfriend and they go out on a double date, and the girlfriend is the worst, okay? And especially blokes, I know for all of my friends have had a girlfriend that we don't agree with. I've had several girlfriends that my friends haven't agreed with. But it's just so relatable, man. It is so relatable. There is also, someone always dates someone that sucks ass. Some people marry him, and we all know that too. But and some people get married too quick, dude. Some people, you're just like, why are you getting married right now? You actually, you haven't even shared that many meals, dog. Like, what are we doing? You got to live together for a few years before you know. You can't live together for 6 months and be like, this is it. You got to let the habits come out. Dude, I studied psychology. I truly believe you don't truly know someone until you've known them for 4 years, but like been around them a lot for 4 years. But whatever, some people just get married, man. And yeah, some people date the worst cunts, dude. And this date, they're faking it for so long. They're faking. I don't want to give anything away, dude, but I haven't had this much joy watching something in so long, man. And I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to Australian TV because there's a lot of bad shit that comes out of this country. And so when people recommend stuff, I'm pretty hesitant. I trust the core boss. So when he recommended this, I was like, I will watch it. Not immediately, it's Australian. Sometimes the Australian accent doesn't seem great with acting, and it takes me out of it, and I think they're not great actors. I felt completely in this. I felt like everything was super genuine, super real. They smashed it, man. They absolutely smashed it. And man, I'm just trying to think of some more examples of where you can relate. It's just like the whole thing is so relatable. The vet that they go to is his ex-girlfriend, and she's so pissed with him. And then she's pissed with him for rocking up with his new girlfriend, but it's not his girlfriend at the time. And it's just the little complications. They're trying to do the right thing by fixing this dog up. He takes it to the closest vet, the one vet that he knows. It happens to be his ex-girlfriend. She's pissed at him now all of a sudden because he walks in with another chick. It's just like all these little complications that happen that don't need to happen but truly happen in your life. It's almost curb your enthusiasm levels of I can understand that, but it's not exaggerated to the point of curb where like you've got two people screaming in a cafe calling each other cunts. It's just like the fights are like a reasonable level of heightenedness. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's so good. It's so good. I haven't watched anything like this that has done it for me to this level in so long. I've got to tell you, man, I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5, baby. That's how good it is. It is up there. I don't know. I don't follow the Logies or whatever. If it hasn't won a Logie, it should have. If the Logies haven't happened yet, hopefully it's nominated. If it's nominated, hopefully it wins. What a fantastic show. Go and see it right now. It's on Binge. And yeah, man, I kind of rushed this episode because I've got somewhere to be, but I am behind on my recordings. I've got to pump them out for a few days. And I do need Boardman. I do need Boardman back. The humor is, it is pretty crude, but not crude to the level of like shocking, but just like, they throw the F word, the C word around. There's, sexual innuendos, fart jokes, masturbation jokes, but they're sophisticated. I just burped again, but it's a sophisticated level of crudeness. The writing is impeccable. It's like, you don't get away with fart jokes and the level of swearing and, sex jokes, like a lot of stuff that it can be considered a hack. You don't get away with it unless you've got a fresh perspective or a very well-written angle. And they have smashed that out of the park. It's got heart. It's not a million laughs a minute. There's parts where it makes you sit back. There's parts where you feel a bit anxious because there are uncomfortable situations. You sink back into the couch. It is just a beautiful watch, man. It's a beautiful watch. I cannot recommend it enough. 8.5 out of 10. I love you guys. Okay, please share the show. Share, comment, rate, review, whatever you can do to boost us in the algorithm. Please do it, man. Please. We just need to get this show popping. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's all I ask. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. And as always, bang, bang.